From Nebraska's trusted news source, this is Channel 8 News at 5.
Coming up tonight, UNL suspends a fraternity after multiple sexual assault allegations. Plus some good news when it comes to COVID cases here locally. We'll have the update and also a major update in the Gabby Petito case. But first, we're going to take a look at weather. Some folks could see some severe weather tonight, John.
That's right. I think all of us will get some rain as we go through the overnight hours and the threat for some thunderstorms. But this evening, or at least as we head into the evening, we've got a tornado watch that's already in effect for the southwest corner of the state. You can see the tornado watch here on the graphics. This watch is in effect until 11 o'clock Central Time. It does include McCook and areas to the west and to the northwest. So the southwest corner of the state is where that's at. Not a lot going on out in that area right now, but there is an axis of instability. That's what I got painted on there, where you're seeing the grays and the blues. We expect thunderstorms to develop along that line within the next 2 hours or so, and then that'll congeal into a line and start moving off to the east as we go through the overnight hours. Now ahead of that, we're already starting to see some showers and a few thunderstorms developing into south central portions of the state, including near Hastings and near Grand Island, down towards Red Cloud. In fact, just south of Red Cloud, we've got a thunderstorm, and there are some showers developing near the Hebron area. You can see over the last 30 minutes how these are all moving off to the northeast, specifically on the west side of Grand Island right now. Just moving through the Shelton area, we've had a heavy downpour passing through, and at one time was producing some lightning strikes with that. Temperature-wise, it's still pretty mild outside. We hit 80 degrees this afternoon in Lincoln, and you'll see the winds are now beginning to increase as we were expecting. Winds now gusting anywhere from 25 to as much as near 40 miles per hour out towards the central part of the state. For the rest of this evening, we will keep sunny skies at 6 o'clock with a chance for a few thunderstorms by 8. Same story by 10 o'clock of temperatures dropping into the 60s. It says we go through the overnight hours, we'll have the chance for some strong to severe storms. We'll time that out for you coming up in my Storm Alert Team forecast.
Sounds great. Thank you, John, for keeping us updated tonight. Now we head to our top news story of the evening. A coroner revealing the results of an autopsy weeks after Gabby Petito's body was found in a forest there in Wyoming, saying she died from strangulation. ABC's Rena Roy has the latest.
A big development in the case that's gripped the nation. The Teton County coroner in Wyoming revealing how exactly 22-year-old Gabby Petito was killed.
We find the cause and manner to be death by strangulation, and manner is homicide.
Her remains were found in a national forest last month after she went missing on a cross-country road trip with her boyfriend Brian Laundrie, named a person of interest by investigators in the case. He returned home to Florida with Petito's van, but without her.
My jaw could have hit the floor. The first thought in my head was, oh, they must have broken up and he doesn't want to talk about it and I'll give him space. And then he went missing.
The Laundrie family attorney says Brian left home to go for a hike at a nature reserve nearby on September 13th, one day earlier than his parents originally told investigators, and 2 days after Petito was reported missing. That lawyer is saying the clarification came after further communication with the FBI. Gabby's parents speaking with Dr. Phil last week.
Do you believe he's hiding somewhere?
I do.
If you truly loved her, you should turn yourself in.
You're only making it worse.
Laundrie is wanted on federal charges, accused of using someone else's debit card to withdraw at least $1,000 after Gabby's death. Laundrie's sister is urging her brother to cooperate with investigators. Meantime, the attorney for his parents says any speculation that they're helping Brian is just wrong. Rena Roy, ABC News, New York.
Now back to local news. We have an update from local health officials today, bringing a little bit of good news on the COVID front. The risk dial has now been lowered into the yellow area.
After reviewing all the metrics together, the risk dial is moving out of the orange and into the elevated yellow category. Our numbers are trending in the right direction, and we are very encouraged by the pace of our progress. However, the number of hospitalizations and deaths are still of great concern.
This is the first time the dial has been in the yellow since August 10th. Lopez says our daily cases have decreased 46% since our peak back at the end of August. But as you heard her mention, hospitalizations still remain steady. She also announced 5 new deaths today. The mask mandate is still in place until October 28th. UNL's Fiji fraternity has been suspended until 2026. This comes a month and a half after the initial sexual assault allegations. While suspended, of course, the fraternity will not be recognized by the university. UNL police are still investigating the sexual assault allegations. The university says it has committed additional staffing and support for members of their community who were affected. Tonight, we continue to cover the staffing and shortage issues in our prisons and correctional facilities. Channel 8's Ariana Martinez joins us from the Capitol building to explain how the issue is impacting both inmates and workers.
Tensions are high as the issue continues to get worse. I spoke with the Nebraska Fraternal Order of Police today, who explained prisons continue to lose more employees, causing a more dangerous environment for all involved.
We're already down too many staff. Between LCC and DC, we're down well over 100, close to 130 staff the last number I've received. So, we've got to address this with, compensation as a first step towards success.
Because of the shortage, those who work in the prison systems are having to work a lot of overtime, causing a strain on families.
It's really hard. We have a 9-year-old and a 2-year-old. They want that time with their dad. And Saturdays are pretty much, he's working 7 a.m. to 11 p.m. almost every Saturday. So there's almost a whole weekend sometimes where our sons don't get to see their dad.
Working all that overtime can also be physically and mentally exhausting.
There's a lot more violence these guys are having to go through, and they're exhausted while going through all this. So, it shows that, how dangerous this work environment is.
The shortage is also causing some services to be suspended for inmates.
Those inside are saying they're not getting showers like they used to. They're not getting access to a law library like they're supposed to. They're not getting access to programming or anything like they're supposed to. Medication is coming slower as well.
It's just getting more and more dangerous because we're not able to offer the full services, which some services include make sure they get more time on the outside yard, which makes them more volatile and makes them more dangerous to deal with.
Finding a way to gain and retain staff is the only way to fix these issues.
We were having staffing shortages prior to 2020, so you can't equate it just to the pandemic and try to compare the staffing crisis in our prisons to a staffing crisis at McDonald's. It's just not the same.
So how can you help? You are being encouraged to use your voice to help find solutions.
I would encourage those in the community and those that are concerned to continue to speak out, reach out to the governor's office and their state senator to push them to work towards solutions and not beat around the bush on this issue.
On Wednesday, there is a judiciary hearing set to review staffing at the Department of Correctional Services and work on solutions for staffing shortages. Reporting for Nebraska's trusted news source, I'm Ariana Martinez.
And our reporter Ariana will be at that judiciary hearing tomorrow and will bring us the latest progress senators are making on finding solutions to this problem. In other Lincoln news, a vacant building partially collapsed this morning in the north part of town, and a neighboring resident watched the whole thing unfold from his porch, calling the police for help.
I heard this kind of rumbling noise, and then I looked over toward Eamon's building, and all of a sudden the wall just come completely down, and then there was a big cloud of dust for a couple minutes.
It happened near 12th and Belmont Streets. It's the old Eamon's liquor store that closed a couple years ago and now sits vacant. Thankfully, no injuries were reported, but this is concerning for those who live around the building. They say this place is known to be unstable.
My basic concern was the children walking by every day, all day long, that somebody does something about it so nobody gets hurt.
Neighbors are stunned that it started coming down on its own. City officials do tell Channel 8, though, the building is slated to be demolished. A 2-alarm fire broke out this afternoon at a Lincoln apartment complex.
On arrival, we noted that there was active fire and smoke from a second-story window. The damage did get into the whole apartment on that second floor and up into the attic space.
It happened near 10th and Washington Streets. LFR says the fire was contained to the apartment where it started, and thankfully there were no injuries. The Red Cross was called in to help the people living in that apartment who now don't have a home. So far, no estimate on damage or what exactly caused the fire. We also have new details today on an overnight motorcycle crash that killed one man. It happened at the roundabout near 1st and Adams Streets. Police say a 61-year-old man lost control of his motorcycle. They believe he hit a curb and was then thrown from his motorcycle. No other vehicles were involved in the crash. Still to come on the news tonight, we take a look at the multiple historic weather events so far this year. That and your full forecast, of course, from John after the break.
Exceeding your expectations is what we strive for at Colonial Chapel.
Now, your Storm Alert Team forecast with Chief Meteorologist John Dissauer.
As expected today, a fair amount of sunshine and warm temperatures. We hit the 80s today in Lincoln. Live look right now from Beatrice shows you clouds beginning to increase as we look off to the south and west. There are some showers beginning to move into the state. Same story as we take a live look right now from Honda of Lincoln looking back off to the southwest. You can see clouds beginning to build into the distance. Those are coming our way, and there will be a chance for some showers, maybe even a thunderstorm as we go into the evening hours. Right now it's 78 degrees at the capital city. It's 78 in Beatrice. A bit cooler as you head out towards the central part of the state. That is where winds are beginning to increase. Winds are gusting to near 40 miles per hour as of 5 o'clock. Right now in Lincoln, 28 mile per hour gusts, 24 mile per hour gusts in Beatrice, and 30 mile per hour gusts in Hebron. You can see the reason for the clouds building from the southwest. Here comes some showers and a couple of embedded thunderstorms as well. Over the last half hour, you can see how these are all moving off to the north and northeast. So some showers around Hebron. We just had a thunderstorm pass through the Red Cloud area. And right now on the western and northwest side of Grand Island, we've got a downpour that's moving off to the north-northeast. At times it has been producing some rumbles of thunder. within the last half hour. A tornado watch is in effect until 11 o'clock tonight for the far southwest corner of the state, as well as into northeastern Colorado. I do suspect we may see a few more watches issued further to the east as we go through the overnight hours. Right now, not a whole lot going on out there. This is looking at the satellite and radar composite. More thunderstorms out towards the boot heel of the state than the southwest corner. However, there is instability out there. This is looking at the latest projection of instability. You can see there's a little narrow axis. I think in that area within the next 2 hours, we'll see more thunderstorms develop, and then these will begin to move off to the east. Stormcast at 6:30 showing you the thunderstorms that are developing out to the west. I should also mention we still will have the potential for a few scattered showers or even a rumble of thunder in the southeast corner of the state, but the main action is going to be out to the west. This is looking at 8 o'clock as this line of thunderstorms has developed. It's going to keep moving off to the east. Now by midnight, we're going to start seeing thunderstorms developing and perhaps a line of storms developing out towards Grand Island, Hastings, and Kearney, and out towards Red Cloud. This will have the potential of producing some small hail. The main threat that will be damaging winds with this line, and I can't completely rule out the chance for an isolated tornado, especially out towards the central part of the state. This will keep moving off to the east. Here we are at 3 o'clock in the morning with a line of thunderstorms from Columbus back through Crete and Seward, and then areas to the south. I am still bracketing the hours between 2 o'clock and 4 o'clock tomorrow morning for the Lancaster County and Gage County area, specifically Lincoln, of when some of these thunderstorms may begin to move through the area. They'll produce some heavy downpours. We'll get some rumbles of thunder. Wouldn't be surprised to get some strong wind gusts coming out of this line as well. This moves off to the east. Back behind it tomorrow morning, we may have a few lingering showers to start the day. Those will quickly move off to the east as a dry slot then begins to move overhead, and that's going to allow for a lot of sunshine to return to the area. So the main threat for the severe storms tonight will be damaging winds, small hail possible, and then an isolated tornado chance, especially as you go west of Grand Island. The best chance for that earlier on in the evening. Otherwise, winds will continue to gust as we go through the evening hours, at times 25 to as much as 40 miles per hour. This takes you through 2 o'clock in the morning as that line of thunderstorms moves through the area, and by 5 o'clock in the morning, we still may have some gusts to 25. Rainfall-wise, well, we're probably looking anywhere from 1/4 of an inch to a 1/2 inch of rain for most locations. So for the rest of this evening, we'll see cloudy skies, temperatures dropping off. We're only going to fall off into the upper 40s to low 60s. So kind of a wide range depending upon where the cold front is located. Now again, as we go through the day tomorrow, we will see some sunshine around. I think temperatures will have the potential to rebound back up into the low 70s as we head towards the afternoon. It's going to be a blustery day with winds gusting at times 30 to 40 miles per hour out of the west-southwest. So don't be surprised to have some wind gusting around tomorrow. And if you've got garbage cans outside, you want to make sure those aren't going anywhere. 65 degrees for a high temperature, and I don't know what just happened to my 7-day forecast. Let me see if I can get to it right here. There we go, 65 degrees on Thursday. Then as we go into Friday, some fall-like temperatures really the next couple of days. Look at some of the morning lows. Saturday and Sunday morning, we could have our first frost out towards the central part of the state. And then as we go into next week, we'll see temperatures cooling off maybe even into the 50s by next Wednesday.
It was so warm, just like last week, and now we're talking about our first frost.
That's
how quickly
right.
things change.
It's October.
Yep, that's true, in Nebraska nonetheless. Right. Thank you, John. And speaking of weather, there's less than 3 months left to go this year, and the U.S. has already seen multiple billion-dollar weather disasters. 2021 is on track to exceed last year's record of 22 separate billion-dollar disasters. Daryl Forges has the details.
From historic winter weather.
I've been here for about 30 years and I never seen nothing like this.
To flooding.
The recovery process for this is going to take months.
Droughts and wildfires.
The frequency of fires has skyrocketed.
These are just some of the major climate disasters that have plagued the U.S. so far this year. And the cost is adding up fast. According to NOAA's National Centers for Environmental Information, 18 separate billion-dollar weather and climate disasters occurred in the first 9 months of 2021, and it's taking a toll on the U.S. economy.
This year we have water reductions, but we don't even know if we're going to get that. So this is kind of like my American dream right here, and I hate to see it lost like that.
NOAA predicts 2021 will beat last year's record of 22 individual billion-dollar disasters. And so far, the U.S. has already surpassed the dollar amount spent on climate events in 2020.
We are seeing that wildland fires in California are growing in size, complexity, and frequency.
Hurricane Ida was the most expensive disaster so far this year, causing more than $60 billion in damage and counting as it tore a deadly path from the Gulf Coast all the way up to the Northeast.
I think fewer and fewer people are climate deniers these days. I think the more you see this kind of thing, the indiscriminate and intense nature of the storms, I'm not sure how you can sit on the sidelines and say, we don't need to do anything.
I'm Daryl Forges reporting.
In other national news, we're learning more about that deadly plane crash in California, including the communication between the pilot and air traffic control just moments before the tragedy.
Air 22 Golf, low altitude alert. Climb immediately. Climb the airplane, maintain 5,000. Expedite climb. Climb the airplane, please. Just level out the plane or the heading and climb the airplane up to 5,000 when you can, sir. 10 o'clock and a half mile, 1,500. You appear to be descending again, sir. Are you, say, altitude?
Those are the last transmissions between the pilot and the air traffic controller. You can hear the pilot confirming the commands, yet that's not what was happening. In this video, you can see from the ground moments after those commands, the plane free falling toward the ground, and seconds later, flames. Now imagine being in that neighborhood.
I heard a loud plane, and I thought to myself, wow, he's flying low. Sparked my interest, and before I could even get outside where I could turn around and look, it went over and hit the ground.
Neighbors rushed to help after seeing a home engulfed in flames with a couple inside. They were able to pull that couple out. They suffered minor burns from the flames. The impact, though, killing 2 other people, including a UPS driver. The cause of the crash is still under investigation. Now let's take a look at Wall Street. Not a great day. The Dow falling 118 points, NASDAQ down just 20. Here are your numbers. You're watching Channel 8, Nebraska's trusted news source. Finally tonight, an elk stuck in a tricky spot becomes a years-long epic tale that wildlife officials brought to a happy ending. Here's tonight's Take a Look at This.
Way out west, we've seen a story unfold that's worth its weight in gold and must be told. The work of determined wildlife officers in the majestic Colorado wilderness brought to a happy end a 2-year saga we call the Tired Elk. Since 2019, Colorado parks and wildlife officials have been tracking the movements of a young bull elk with a rubber tire stuck on its neck. The elk proved challenging to find and even harder to get close to. For some 2 years, the elk, along with its restrictive rubber neckwear, was spotted on trail cameras. But it wasn't until recently that a tip led CPW officers to get within tranquilizing distance, and a well-placed dart allowed them to move in and remove the tire, relieving the long-suffering animal of roughly 35 pounds of rubber and debris. And into the trees, the elk was set free, a little woozy and sore, but tired no more. Another animal tale is unfolding literally across the country as a man in a Goofy Bear costume is hoofing it from coast to coast. Since July 5th, Jesse Larios, aka Bear Son, has been trekking from Los Angeles to New York City for a cause. 5, actually. He's using the 2,800-mile costume journey to raise money for multiple causes, including breast cancer research and mental health. He's made it as far as Illinois, and lofty causes aside, Bear Son says his main goal is to make people smile.
People have been very humane. A lot of humanity out there, a lot of good.
For Take a Look at This, I'm Jeremy Roth.
John, can we get one more look at those storms tonight?
That's right. We've got a few scattered showers and thunderstorms developing right now in southeast Nebraska and south central Nebraska. Don't think these are the ones coming for tonight, the main event. Those will be coming later on as we go through the overnight hours, but we will have a chance for a few scattered showers in the forecast this evening. Otherwise, tornado watch continues out to the west until 11 o'clock central time. It does include McCook and areas to the west. For the rest of the evening, we'll see mainly sunny skies by 6 o'clock. A chance for a few thunderstorms by 8 and again by 10 o'clock. But again, in Lincoln, I think the main threat for thunderstorms overnight between 2 o'clock and 4 o'clock in the morning. Make sure you have a way to be alerted to severe weather warnings.
All right, thank you very much, John. And as always, thank you all for joining us. Up next is World News Tonight with David Muir, and then we'll see you right back here at 6 o'clock for more news, sports, and weather. Have a great night.
Closed